A very warm good afternoon to each and every one of you who have joined live on this very important program. Ek Bharat Sreshta Bharat under the Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav program is a flagship initiative of the Government of India, and our regional centers, that is IGNOU Regional Center Vatakara and Regional Center Chandigarh, are jointly organizing the series of programs so as to bring closer the cultures of two parts of India. Of course, there is unity in diversity. That's a hallmark of the nation. And this program, I'm sure, will definitely strengthen national unity in no uncertain terms. To begin the program, as usual, let us have a prayer song by Nutu.
ഉഷസുടന്നു വിളിക്കയായി ഉണരു മനസ്സേ സാദരം കനലെരിഞ്ഞൊരു രാവൊടുങ്ങി കനിവു പോലിത പുതുദിനം കൈവണങ്ങി നമിപ്പൂ ഞാൻ.
Thank you, Neetu, for that very mellifluous and wonderful rendering of the prayer song. It is my duty now to welcome each and every one of you who have taken time out of your very busy schedule to join this afternoon program. First and foremost, let me welcome Dr. Anil Kumar Dimri, the Senior Regional Director of IGNOU RC Chandigarh. Sir has a long experience of working in IGNOU, and it is our pleasure as well as privilege to have him on board for this program. I also welcome Ms. Savita Panwar, Dr. Pramila O, Dr. Praveen Kumar, who are Assistant Regional Directors and Assistant Registrar, respectively, for taking time out of their schedule and joining this program. We also have Mr. Rajan KV, a renowned exponent of Kalari art. And today, Sir has taken time out of his extensively busy schedule to join us, to give us some basic inputs about the art of Kalari and how a layman can actually take it forward in his daily life. So, welcome to you, sir. We also proudly present as well as welcome the artists who will be presenting their various styles today in this program. They have all been kind enough to spare their time and be with us for this program. It is our proud privilege to mention the names of our partner institute, partner higher education institute, who have worked equally hard for making this program happen. That is Vatakara Cooperative College. I may take the name of our coordinator there, Dr. Vijayalakshmi, and also our assistant coordinator, Dr. Ammukutti, who have been in the forefront of taking initiative on various aspects related to this program. We also thank the presence of all the participants from IGNOU Regional Center Chandigarh and IGNOU Regional Center Vatakara who have joined this program, and I welcome them all to this program. Last but not the least, but most importantly, let me welcome each and every student as well as a member of the general public from both the regions who have made it a point to join this program in spite of their very busy schedules. I welcome each and every one of them on behalf of IGNOU Regional Center Vatakara and IGNOU Regional Center Chandigarh. Thank you one and all for your effort. It is now my proud privilege to welcome Dr. Anil Kumar Dimri, Senior Regional Director, IGNOU Regional Center Chandigarh, to deliver the main address for this program. So, over to you.
Thank you, Dr. Rajesh. And on behalf of IGNOU Regional Center Chandigarh, as well as on behalf of IGNOU Regional Center Vatakara, I welcome all the participants, particularly the resource persons who will be joining today to enlighten the participants of or students of RC Chandigarh as well as Vatakara and other regional centers. This program was started in IGNOU on 24th of last month, and as a part of this Ek Bharat Sreshta Bharat program, series of activities are being organized in IGNOU at the headquarters as well as at the regional center level. And in order to exchange the culture of one region with the other region, say for example from north here in Chandigarh, we have diverse culture of Punjab as well as Haryana, and even in UT. There are several, historical places which are worth seeing. Say, for example, if we talk about the gardens, it is, very good creation of waste material. And same way, we have, several dance forms in South, martial art, which we, were privileged to see the artist on that on 4th of this month, and they, performed their activities, and it was thoroughly enjoyable. And it was not only enjoyed by all by us, but the reach of our program, as I was sharing with Dr. Rajesh, more than 700 participants have viewed the program, and that program, that performance of fourth is already on our YouTube channel of this RC Vatakara, and that way later on maybe more people will be viewing the program. And in today's program on 8th, we are having, as Dr. Rajesh has said, we are having a virtual meeting to Kerala Art and Craft Village, and that is Irnagal. And about Irnagal, this is a place where, if one make a visit to this place, one will find not only the art, it will not only be the tourist spot, but there you will see that lot of, art and craft activities are going on. And beside having touring pleasure of visiting the place, one can purchase several art and craft cultures from that village, and the government of Kerala is also promoting. And in addition to that, today in our trade program, we will also be having, the display of preparation of, Kerala Arwana kheer, as well as banana chips. And this Arwana kheer is also served as a prasada in the temples in Kerala. And that will be, and it will be an, experience for the people of North viewing all these programs. I will not take much of your time, but I would certainly like to extend my heartfelt thank to all the viewers who are watching our program and who are here to make our program successful. Thank you very much. Now it is over to Dr. Rajesh.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your brief but very effective intervention. You have made the tone for the day very clear, and the ingredients of what we are going to serve from RC Vadagara has been laid bare before all the participants. Thank you for your short but very interesting speech, sir. Um During the last meeting, there was a common demand among many of the participants that we should have an interaction with Padma Shri awardee, Srimati Meenakshi Amma. And we took that request very seriously, and our regional center team reached out to Padma Shri Srimati Meenakshi Amma, had a brief interaction with Madam, and in this during this interaction, Madam, in fact, revealed many so-called secrets about clarified and how we can take that forward in our daily life. The interaction was initiated through an interview with Srimati Meenakshi Amma by our very own Assistant Regional Director, Madam, that is Dr. Pramila O. And now I request Pramila Madam to give a brief idea about what transpired in that interview, because that interview is in Malayalam. So many of our learners from North India may not be able to comprehend what discussion is going on during that interview. So I request Madam Pramila to just join us and give us all a brief about what transpired in that interview. Over to you, ma'am. After that, we will play the video and the associated multimedia. Over to you, ma'am.
Please unmute your audio.
Sorry, I am not audible, sir.
Now audible. Now
Ah,
Now
audible.
okay,
you
okay,
you
okay,
are
okay,
audible,
sir.
ma'am.
Okay, okay, thanks, sir. Thanks, sir. Respected Regional Director of RC Vatakara, Dr. M. Rajesh, Senior Regional Director of RC Chandigarh, Dr. Anikumar Jimli, ARD of Chandigarh, Dr. Savita Panwa, AR of RC Vadagara, Dr. Praveen Kumara, our expert in Kalari Poetry, Shri R.V. Rajan, and all other participants. Very good afternoon to you, one and all. It is my immense pleasure to introduce Srimati Meenakshi Amma, Padma Shri awardee for her endeavor on Kalarippayat, the martial art of Vadagara, in the occasion of Ek Bharat Sreshta Bharat celebration, and also today, the 8th March, which is the International Women's Day. Vadagara is a small town in Kozhikode district of Kerala state. It has been long since clarified, the martial art of Vadagara has been transformed on the most iconic cultural symbol of Vadagara. As part of Ek Bharat Sreshta Bharat program, if there is something to be presented about Vadagara before the whole nation, the clarified is sure the best one. And clarified is indeed the most unique cultural feature of the regions of Vadagara, which has over the centuries indeed a separate school of tradition. We have already included features about the Kalarippayat in the program held on 4th March 2022, which I think you all remember. Today, we introduce Srimati Meenakshi Amma, who received the Padma Shri Award in 2017 in spite of extreme busy schedule. She happily provided us with a lively interactive session at her gallery on 7th March, that is yesterday. Today, while we are also celebrating International Women's Day, Srimati Meenakshi Amma from a small town who achieved great height as an awardee of Padma Shri at an age of 76 in a martial art, stand tall as an inspiration for all. Let us see what she has to tell us in this International Women's Day. For one of our questions, she replied that she first entered the gallery at the age of 7 when her father took her there. When asked who was the first guru, she points to her husband. When she reached the gallery at the age of 7, the 14-year-old son of Kalari Kurikal became her first guru, and that 14-year-old young guru later in life turned out to become her husband too. And she thanks the gallery for all kinds of achievements in her life. Her long-term upasana at the gallery presented her with a great number of shishyas or disciples, and all four of her children practiced Kalaripayat of them. Two of them, of the main children, are still active in the field of Kalari. Srimati Meenakshi Amma reveals that she is surprised by the totally unexpected Padma award. She expressed her wholehearted gratitude for the recognition the nation presented with her. She also shared her experience of the event when she received the award from the Honorable Prime Minister of India, Shri Narendra Modi. The vibration she felt when standing close to Modi ji and his encouraging words about Kalaripayat in Hindi, she remembers as it yesterday's. She adds on that Modi ji spoke with her in Hindi. The conversation was wholesome and they understood at each other precisely, even if she didn't know Hindi. When asked what advice or message would she like to convey to the new generation, especially women, that too on the present context of Women's Day, her answer was very precise. She opined that in the present scenario, where women face a lot of issues, especially related to their security, learning a martial art like Kalari is extremely beneficial. She stressed on its benefits and said it will make women more stronger and provide them better self-confidence. We thank Srimati Meenakshi Amma for spending her precious time, even in the midst of her extremely tight schedule, for IGNOU Regional Center Vatakara. And also, we will wish everyone a happy Women's Day. And now, we invite you to the interaction we had with Srimati Meenakshi Amma, the Padma Shri awardee. Over to R.D. sir. I am very happy to introduce Miss Meenakshi Amma, the Padma Shri Award winner in the field of current fight. Madam, welcome to our program. ഇന്ന് കാര്യം ചോദിക്കാനുള്ളത് മാഡം എങ്ങനെയാണ് ഈ കളരിപ്പയറ്റിൻ്റെ ഫീൽഡിലേക്ക് എത്തിയത് എന്നതാണ്. അതിൻ്റെ ചരിത്രം നമ്മുടെ പുതിയ തലമുറയ്ക്ക് ഒന്ന് പങ്കുവയ്ക്കാം.
7ാം വയസ്സിലാണ് ഇവിടെ കളിക്കുന്നത്. അതുകൊണ്ട് ഞാൻ 6 വയസ്സിൽ അന്നത്തെ കാലത്ത് 5 വയസ്സിലാണ് നമുക്ക് 1ാം ക്ലാസ് ചേർന്നത്. 1ാം ക്ലാസ്സിൽ ചേർത്ത് അവിടെ ഡാൻസ് മാഷുണ്ടായിരുന്നു. അപ്പോൾ എല്ലാ കുട്ടികളും കളിക്കുന്നതാണെങ്കിൽ ഞങ്ങൾക്കും ഡാൻസ് കളിക്കാൻ ഭയങ്കര താല്പര്യം. അപ്പോൾ ഡാൻസാണ് ഞാൻ ആദ്യം തുടങ്ങിയത്. 6 വയസ്സ് നല്ലോണം ഡാൻസ് കളിക്കും. അപ്പോൾ ഡാൻസ് മാസം സ്കൂളിൽ പോകുന്ന പ്രോഗ്രാമിനെ കൊണ്ടുപോയി എടുത്ത് തന്നെ കൊണ്ടുപോകും. ഇത്ര ചെറുതാണ്. അപ്പോൾ സ്കൂൾ മാസന്മാർ അച്ഛൻ കൊണ്ടുപോയി ഇവിടെ അടുത്തൊരു കളരി കളരി കൊണ്ടുവച്ചത് 7-ാം വയസ്സിലാണ് അച്ഛൻ്റെ കൈ വെച്ച് കളരി. ഇതേ കളരി ഇവിടെ തന്നെ ഇവിടെ അടുത്താണ്. എൻ്റെ കൂടെ കുറച്ച് നടന്നു പോകുന്ന ദൂരെ ഉണ്ട്.
അപ്പോൾ ആദ്യത്തെ ആശാനും അച്ഛനായിരുന്നു?
അല്ല, എൻ്റെ ഭർത്താവ് അദ്ദേഹം 14-ാം വയസ്സിൽ കളരി കൊണ്ടുപോകുന്നത്. അമ്മയെ നല്ല പോലെ എൻ്റെ ഭർത്താവ് പറയും വേറെ കളരിയൊന്നും പോയി കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ടില്ല. വീടാകുമ്പോൾ
എത്ര പേർക്ക് മാഡം പഠിപ്പിക്കാൻ പറ്റിയിട്ടില്ല?
ഇപ്പോൾ 73 വർഷമായി ഈ കളരി. അതുകൊണ്ട് ഇന്നുവരെ ഒരുപാട് കുട്ടികൾ ഒരു കൊല്ലം പോലും കളരി കുട്ടികളില്ല. അന്നത്തോടെ തുടങ്ങി മാസത്തിൽ 73 വർഷമായില്ല, 10 വർഷം. അതുവരെ അദ്ദേഹം ശിഷ്യന്മാർ, നല്ല ശിഷ്യന്മാർ. വർഷത്തിൽ കുട്ടികളെ എത്രയെന്ന് പറയാൻ പറ്റില്ല, അത്രയും കുട്ടികൾ വരുന്നുണ്ട്. അന്നത്തെ കാലത്ത് ഒരുപാട് കുട്ടികളുണ്ടാവുക. പെൺകുട്ടികൾ തന്നെ ഒരു 3, 4, 5 അപ്പോൾ പ്രായപൂർത്തിയായ കുട്ടികളെ കളരി പറഞ്ഞേക്കൊക്കെ സ്ഥിതിക്കാൻ അന്ന് അങ്ങനതല്ല. ഇന്ന് അമ്മയും അമ്മമ്മയും ഏത് പ്രായമുണ്ടെങ്കിലും വലിയ വലിയ ആൾക്കാരും ഒക്കെ വന്നതായിരുന്നു.
അപ്പോൾ ഏത് പ്രായമുള്ളവർക്കും
6 വയസ്സിൽ തുടങ്ങാം.
അല്ല അല്ല
കുറച്ച് പ്രയാസം ഉണ്ടാവും. ഒരു ഭാഗത്ത് കിട്ടാൻ കുറച്ച് പ്രയാസം ഉണ്ടാവും. കുറച്ച് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ എളുപ്പമാണ്. മനസ്സിലാക്കി എടുക്കാനുള്ള കഴിവുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ
ഏത് പ്രായത്തിലും നമുക്ക് കളയാം.
ചിലരെയും കാര്യമൊക്കെ പഠിക്കുന്നുണ്ടാവും. കളിച്ച് ശീലമായി.
പിന്നെ ഏറ്റവും നന്നായിട്ട് നമ്മളിപ്പോൾ സ്ത്രീകളുടെ കാര്യം പറയുകയാണെങ്കിൽ ആരാണ് ഇവിടുന്ന് ഏറ്റവും നന്നായിട്ട് ശോഭിച്ച ഏതെങ്കിലും ഒരു കുറിച്ച് പറയാൻ
കുട്ടികളുണ്ട്. ഇപ്പോഴത്തെ കുട്ടികൾ നന്നായി കളിക്കുന്നു. പക്ഷേ കളരി കൊണ്ട് മാത്രം അവരുടെ ജീവിതം മുന്നോട്ട് പോകുന്നത് എല്ലാവരും മുന്നോട്ട് പോകുന്നത് പല സ്ഥലങ്ങളാണ്. അതുകൊണ്ട് ഇപ്പോഴേ ഒരു പ്രയാസം പ്രോഗ്രാമൊക്കെ പോകുമ്പോൾ നല്ല കളിച്ച കുട്ടികളെ കിട്ടാനായിട്ട് പാടും. ജോലിയുണ്ട്. ഇപ്പോൾ പുതിയ തലമുറ ഒരുപാട് പെൺകുട്ടികളുണ്ട്. ഇപ്പോൾ കുട്ടികളെ പരിശീലിക്കും.
ഇപ്പോൾ മാഡം പറഞ്ഞല്ലോ നമ്മുടെ മക്കളുടെ അവരൊക്കെ നന്നായിട്ട് ചെയ്യുന്നതായിരിക്കില്ല.
കളരി പഠിപ്പിക്കുന്നത് സബ് ശിഷ്യനുണ്ട്. ഒരുപാട് കുട്ടികളെ പഠിപ്പിച്ചിട്ടുണ്ട്. എല്ലാവരും ജോലി മാത്രമല്ല ഇവിടെ ഈ സ്ഥലത്ത് മാത്രമല്ല ജോലി, പല സ്ഥലങ്ങളിലായിട്ട് കുട്ടികൾക്ക് ബാംഗ്ലൂർ, ഡൽഹി അങ്ങനെ പല സ്ഥലങ്ങളിൽ ജോലി കിട്ടിയോണ്ട് ആദ്യമുള്ള കുട്ടികൾക്ക് കളിക്കാൻ ഇത്രയും പ്രയാസമുണ്ട്. ഇപ്പോൾ ഒരുപാട് പെൺകുട്ടികളുണ്ട്. എന്നാൽ ആദ്യത്തെ അത്ര അങ്ങ് പഠിപ്പിച്ച് വരണമല്ലോ. പഠിച്ചു.
പിന്നെ പുതിയ തലമുറയിലെ പെൺകുട്ടിക്കായിട്ട് മാഡത്തിന് എന്താണ് സന്ദേശം നൽകാൻ?
ഇപ്പം പെൺകുട്ടികളാണ് കൂടുതലുള്ളത്. ഒരുപാട് പെൺകുട്ടികളുണ്ട്. ഈ സമയങ്ങളിൽ വളർത്തുന്നില്ല. അവരൊന്ന് പ്രാക്ടീസ് ചെയ്ത് കഴിഞ്ഞ പ്രാവശ്യം ഡോക്ടർ പരിപാടി നടത്തി. ഇപ്പം ലോകനാഥാറുണ്ട്. ഇപ്പം BBC 2 വർഷം പരിപാടി പോകുന്നുണ്ട്. പക്ഷെ എൻ്റെ ടെൻഷൻ ആദ്യമുള്ള കുട്ടികളെ പ്രോഗ്രാം കണ്ട് ഇപ്പോഴത്തെ കുട്ടികൾ പഠിച്ചു വരുന്ന കുട്ടികളല്ലേ. അത് ആ ഒരു തലമുറ കഴിഞ്ഞ് ഈ അടുത്ത തലമുറക്ക് കുഞ്ഞു കുഞ്ഞു കുട്ടികളെ പഠിപ്പിച്ച് വലുതാക്കി കൊണ്ടുവരണം. കളിക്കുന്നുണ്ട്.
മാഡത്തിന് പത്മശ്രീ കിട്ടിയല്ലോ. നമുക്ക് കേരളത്തിനും കളരിക്കും എല്ലാം ഒരു അഭിമാനമായിരുന്ന കാര്യം. അതേക്കുറിച്ച് അത് കിട്ടിയപ്പോൾ മാഡത്തിന് തോന്നിയിരിക്കുന്ന ഒരു അനുഭൂതി അതൊന്ന് പങ്കുവയ്ക്കാം.
2017 പത്മശ്രീ കിട്ടിയത്. പക്ഷേ പത്മശ്രീ കിട്ടുമ്പോൾ അതേപ്പറ്റി ചിന്തിച്ചിട്ടുള്ളോ അങ്ങനത്തെ യാതൊരു നമ്മുടെ സ്വപ്നത്തോട് വിചാരിക്കാത്ത കാര്യങ്ങളാണ്. ഓൺ വന്നപ്പോൾ തന്നെ ഞെട്ടിപ്പോയി. എന്താ ഞാൻ പിന്നെയും ചോദിച്ചത് തമാശക്കാരെങ്കിലും വെച്ച് പറയുന്നതാണോ? അത്ര പോലും ചിന്തിച്ചു. എന്താണെന്ന് വെച്ചാൽ നമ്മൾ അതേപ്പറ്റി ഒരു പരിപാടിയില്ല. എല്ലാവരും എന്നോട് ചോദിക്കുന്നു ആരോടാ പറഞ്ഞു എന്താ എങ്ങനെ കിട്ടിയത്. പക്ഷേ നമുക്കൊന്നും അറിയില്ല, നമ്മളൊന്നും അറിയില്ല അതേപ്പറ്റി. വിളിച്ച് പറഞ്ഞപ്പോൾ നമ്മൾ അറിയുന്നു. നമ്മുടെ ചോദ്യം ആരോടും പറഞ്ഞിട്ടാണോ കിട്ടിയത്, ഞാൻ റെക്കമെൻഡ് എന്തും ചെയ്തോ എന്ന് സംശയം ഉണ്ടാവില്ല. ഇവിടെ BBC കൂടെ പല ചാനലുകാരും പുറത്തുള്ള ആൾക്കാർ അമേരിക്കുന്ന ആൾക്കാരൊക്കെ വന്ന് കളി കണ്ടുപോയിട്ടുണ്ട്. അവരാണ് അവിടത്തേക്ക് എത്തിച്ചത്. ഇവിടുന്ന് ആരും പറഞ്ഞിട്ടോ ചെയ്തിട്ടോ കാര്യമൊന്നും അല്ല. അവരാണ് അതിൻ്റെ അവരാണ് എത്തിച്ചത്. എപ്പോഴും 4-5 ചാനൽ ദിവസം ഉണ്ടാവും. കുറച്ച് 5-6 വർഷം മുന്നേ. നിവൃത്തിയില്ല അവരെയും കൊണ്ട് എന്ന് പറയണം. അങ്ങനെയും പരിപാടിക്കാരാണ് അയാളുടെ എത്തിച്ച് അങ്ങനെയാണ് കിട്ടിയത്. പക്ഷെ കിട്ടിയെന്ന് പറയുമ്പോൾ ഒരു 3-4 ദിവസം എന്തോ ഒരു മഴയില്ലായിരുന്നു. ഒരുപാട് ആൾക്കാരുണ്ട്. ഒരു നിമിഷം ആൾക്കാർ കളരിയിൽ ആളൊഴിഞ്ഞ് കിട്ടില്ല. പക്ഷെ എന്തോ ഒരു ലോകത്ത് കൂടി അതിനെ നടക്കുന്ന മാതിരിയാണ് എനിക്ക് തോന്നിയത്. പിന്നെ അത് റെഡിയായി. ഡൽഹിയിൽ പോയപ്പോൾ പ്രധാനമന്ത്രി സ്റ്റേറ്റ് സംസാരിച്ചപ്പോൾ എന്താ അത് പറഞ്ഞറിയിക്കാൻ പറ്റാത്തൊരു അനുഭൂതിയാണ്. വെറുതെ പക്ഷെ അത് എൻ്റെ അടുത്ത് നിന്ന് ഷെയ്ക്കാൻ വന്ന് ഹിന്ദി തന്നെയാണ് പറയുന്നത്. എനിക്കൊന്നും പിടികിട്ടുന്നില്ല. കളരിയെ പറ്റിയാണ് പറയുന്നത്. നല്ലപോലെ സഹായിക്കുന്നു. ഒരു 3-4 മിനിറ്റ് നേരം പറയണം. സംസാരിച്ചു ഞാനൊന്നും ഒരു മറക്കാൻ പറ്റാത്തൊരു അനുഭവമാണ്. എങ്ങനെയാ അതിപ്പോൾ പ്രധാനമന്ത്രിയെ കണ്ണിൽ എന്തോ ഒരു പവർ നമുക്കിങ്ങനെ ഫീൽ ചെയ്യുന്നത്. ഈ പിള്ളേരൊക്കെ പറയും കൈ സൂപ്പറൊന്നും കൈ കളല്ലേ, കൈ അങ്ങനെ തന്നെ വെച്ചൊന്ന് ഞങ്ങളെല്ലാം തൊട്ട് തന്നെ. ഇങ്ങനത്തെ ഒരു പറഞ്ഞറിയിക്കാൻ പറ്റാത്ത സന്തോഷം. അപ്പൊ തന്നെ സമർപ്പണം. അങ്ങനെ വിഷമം ബാക്കി കാര്യങ്ങളൊക്കെ ചെയ്ത് നമുക്ക് അദ്ദേഹം കാണാൻ ഇല്ലാതെ പോയതിലൊരു ദുഃഖം. എല്ലാത്തൊരു വിഷമമായിപ്പോയി. കാണുന്നുണ്ടാവും.
അച്ഛനും ഭർത്താവും ഒക്കെ ഈ ഫീൽഡിലുള്ള നമ്മള് വടക്കൻ വീരഗാഥകളിലെ വടക്കൻ പാട്ടുകളൊക്കെ കേൾക്കുന്നവരുണ്ടാവുന്ന ഒരു അനുഭൂതി മേഡത്തിനെ കാണുമ്പോൾ, അതായത് ഒരു കളരി കുടുംബത്തിൽ നിന്ന് വന്ന് ഒരു കളരി കുടുംബത്തിലേക്ക് എത്തിപ്പെട്ട് മക്കളും ആ ഫീൽഡിൽ തന്നെ വർക്ക് ചെയ്യുന്നൊരു അനുഭൂതി തീർച്ചയായും.
ഇന്നലെ ഒരു പ്രോഗ്രാമിന് പോയി വന്നു. ഇപ്പോൾ ഞാൻ നമുക്ക് ഒഴിവാക്കാം. കൊറോണയുടെ സമയത്ത് 1-1.5 വർഷം ഒഴിവാക്കാം. വയസ്സുകാർക്കുന്ന സ്വന്തം പറഞ്ഞിട്ടുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ അതൊരു പാടല്ലേ. ഇതുവരെ കൊറോണ എത്തിയിട്ടില്ല. എന്നാലും പേടിക്കണ്ടേ. പിള്ളേർ പറയും അമ്മ എല്ലാം പ്രോഗ്രാം ഏറ്റെടുക്കല്ലേ, ഒരു അസുഖം വന്നിട്ട് ആരും ഉണ്ടാവില്ല, എല്ലാവരും അങ്ങോട്ട് പോകും. പിന്നെ അമ്മ അവിടെ നിന്നൊക്കെ കിടക്കുന്നു. കഷ്ടപ്പെടേണ്ട ഇത് കൊണ്ട് കഴിയാവുന്ന ഒഴിവാക്കി വീട് രണ്ടാമത് തുടങ്ങി. 2 പെൺകുട്ടികളുണ്ട്. ഓ കഴിച്ചു. എല്ലാവരും കല്യാണം കഴിഞ്ഞു പോയി. എല്ലാവരും കളിച്ചതാണ്. അതൊക്കെ 2 കുട്ടികളുണ്ട്. എല്ലാവരും ജോലിയായി. എല്ലാവരും വലിയ വലിയ മക്കളായി. മുത്തശ്ശിയായി.
മാഡത്തിന്റെ അച്ഛനാണ് എൻ്റെ തുടങ്ങി.
അല്ല,
ഇവിടെ എത്തിയതാണ്
എൻ്റെ അച്ഛൻ എന്നോട് കൊണ്ടാക്കിയത്. അത് ഞാൻ എൻ്റെ ഭർത്താവിനെ കുട്ടിയുടെ അച്ഛൻ പറഞ്ഞു. അപ്പം എല്ലാവരും നമ്മുടെ അച്ഛനാണോ എന്ന് ചോദിക്കും. നമ്മളെ മക്കളെ അച്ഛൻ എന്ന് പറയുമ്പോൾ എന്നോടും പറഞ്ഞു അച്ഛൻ റോഡില്ല ഇപ്പോൾ സംസാരം. അപ്പം എല്ലാവരും നിങ്ങളുടെ അച്ഛനാണോ കളരി തുടങ്ങിയത്. അതെപ്പോൾ എനിക്കൊരു അബദ്ധം പറ്റുന്നുണ്ട്. എന്ന് വെച്ചാൽ നിങ്ങളുടെ അച്ഛനാണ് കളരി കെട്ടിയെന്നൊക്കെ എന്നോട് ആരെല്ലാം നോക്കിക്കുന്നത്. നമ്മളെ അച്ഛനെ നമ്മളെ മക്കളെ അപ്പം ഞാൻ പറയാം അച്ഛനോട് എനിക്ക് അച്ഛനാന്ന് പറയുമ്പോൾ അല്ലാതെ നിങ്ങൾ അച്ഛനാണോ കളരിയൊക്കെ അച്ഛനോടെ കളരി കൊണ്ടയച്ചു. അച്ഛനൊക്കെയാണെന്നൊരു കുഴപ്പമില്ല. ഏട്ടന്മാർ അനുജന്മാർ ദേശമാക്കാർ ഒരൊറ്റ രാത്രി വന്നാണ് 49 അപ്പോൾ ഇവിടെ കഴിഞ്ഞു പിടിക്കാൻ പോയപ്പോൾ പറയും എന്തോ പ്രയാസം തോന്നി. അപ്പോഴാണ് ഒരു രാത്രി കൊണ്ട് ഈ പ്രദേശത്തുള്ള കുട്ടികൾ മുഴുവൻ ഈ കുടുംബക്കാർ വേണ്ടിയിട്ട് ഒരു രാത്രി കൊണ്ട് കുട്ടവനെ രാവിലെ അവിടെ പോയി പിള്ളേരെ കൊല്ലം നിർത്താതെ കൊറോണയായിട്ടും കളരി നിർത്തിയില്ല. കുറച്ച് കുട്ടികൾ വന്നിട്ട് പ്രാക്ടീസ് ചെയ്ത് ഇല്ല ഇല്ല ഇല്ല. എൻ്റെ ഒരു പൊങ്കലുണ്ടായിരുന്നു. അവിടെ ഞാനും ജോലി എൻ്റെ ഭർത്താവിൻ്റെ ഞാൻ അവളാണ് ജോലി. അപ്പോൾ ടീച്ചറായിരുന്ന മനസ്സിലായി. വേഗം തന്നെ കളി നിർത്തി. ഞാൻ മാത്രമേ ഞാൻ പറയുന്നത് പെൺകുട്ടികളാണ് കളി പഠിക്കുന്നത്. നമുക്ക് പഠിക്കേണ്ട എന്നല്ല, ഇന്നത്തെ കാലത്ത് പെൺകുട്ടികൾക്ക് പുറത്തിറങ്ങി നടത്താൻ പറ്റാത്തൊരു കാലഘട്ടത്തില്ല. എവിടെ നോക്കിയാലും ടി വിയിലും എവിടെ നോക്കിയാലും പല സംഭവങ്ങൾ നമുക്ക് കാണാം. കളരി പഠിച്ച അവർക്ക് ശാരീരികമായി മാനസികമായി ഒറ്റക്ക് പോകാനും വരാനും ഒക്കെ ഉള്ള ധൈര്യമുണ്ടാകും. അതൊരു പവർ അവരുടെ ഉള്ളിൽ അവരുടെ സ്വയരക്ഷ അതുകൊണ്ട് കഴിയുന്ന കുട്ടികൾ പഠിച്ച് എൻ്റെ കളരി വരണമെന്നല്ല, എവിടെ അടുത്ത് കളരിയുണ്ട്. പക്ഷേ കഴിയുന്നതും നല്ലപോലെ പഠിച്ചൊരു ഗുരുക്കളെത്തായിരുന്നു കളി പഠിക്കാൻ വേണ്ടത്. പക്ഷേ കളിയിൽ നിന്ന് വല്ലതും പറ്റിയാൽ അവർ തന്നെ ചികിത്സിച്ച് മാറ്റാൻ പറ്റുന്നൊരു ഗുരുക്കൾക്ക് പോയി പഠിക്കണം. അതേ ഞാൻ അവരോട് പറയുന്നത്. അല്ലാതെ ഇന്ന് 3 വർഷം കളരി പഠിച്ച് ഗുരുക്കളാണെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞ് ഒരു ഗുരുക്കളെടുത്ത് പോയാൽ കളിയിൽ നിന്ന് വല്ലതും പറ്റിയാൽ അത് മാറ്റി കൊടുക്കാനുള്ള ഇത് അവരടുത്ത് ഉണ്ടാവണം. അതെങ്ങനെ ചികിത്സിച്ച് മാറ്റണം അങ്ങനെ പഠിച്ച് ഗുരുക്കളെടുത്ത് മാറ്റാൻ പഠിക്കണമെന്നാണ് എനിക്ക് പറയുന്നത്.
Thank you everyone for viewing that video. Of course, many of you would have found it difficult because the whole conversation was in Malayalam. But I feel that the initial interpretation that was provided by our ARD madam would have helped. Now it is my proud privilege to welcome Sri Rajan KV, an expert on Kalaripayat and Malabar culture in his own right. Sir has varied experience of not only being a part of the intricate Malabar culture, but he has also performed exceedingly well as a banker. Sir, without wasting much time, let me invite Sri Rajan KV to give an exposition of Kalaripayat and in the context of the Malabar culture that is so popular today. So, sir, over to you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Rajesh, sir. Am I audible, sir? Am I audible?
You are perfectly audible, sir. You are perfectly
Okay,
audible.
thank
Kindly
you.
go on.
My respectful salutation to Dr. Anil Kumar D and all other luminary dignitaries of regional centers of Chandigarh and Vatakara IGNOU. And my special thanks to Dr. Rajesh, Dr. Pramila, and Professor Dr. Ammukutti of Vatakara Center, who has actually given me such a chance introduced to this program. And also my pranam to Padma Shri Meenakshi Gurukul, who is the wife of my veteran Gurukul, the founder of that Kalari, that dojo you have seen in that video clip. I belong to that Kalari Sangam, Katathanadu Kalari Sangam, and her husband, the great Raghuti master or Raghuti Gurukul, is my first guru. And then his senior disciple, the Karunan Gurukul, is my guru. Karunan Gurukul also is a very veteran in Kalaripayat, and he has wrote this author of this book on Kalaripayat. This is perhaps the best book written on Kalaripayat according to Dr. M.N. Kurup, the previous Pro Vice Chancellor of Calicut University, who has wrote preface to it. And as you all know, Kalaripayat is the ancient traditional form of martial arts that was born, grown, and then went underground again, then again revived in the Dravidian land, and which was stylized as the body, mind, spirit culture, as Philip B. Serilli put it in his famous treatise, The Body Becomes All Eyes. In that book, he put it like that. It is actually now, it can be considered as the special martial art of Kerala, and it is also known as mother of all martial arts. Maybe Bodhidharma, priests like Bodhidharma has taken the seeds of Kalaripayat to China, and he is the promulgator of Zen Buddhism. From Dhyan came Zen and the Zen Buddhism, and he also taught people the Kalaripayat, and which was transformed as other martial art forms like karate and kung fu. And you must know that karate, the very word meaning is bare-handed, verumkai. That in Kalari, the 4th stage of study. That is it. And then from China, it spread to Far East, Japan, and Philippines. and from all over the world, from other martial arts. That's why Kalaripayattu is also known as mother of martial arts. And there was various historic about the historic background of Kalaripayattu. There are so many views. The theoreticians like Ilangulam, Kunyanpilla, Sridhara Menon, Ulluras Parameswarayar, and later Dr. M.G.S. Narayanan, Raghav Vaidya. So many celebrities has written on the historic aspects of Kalaripayattu. But in a nutshell, we can say that the origin and development of Kalaripayattu through its historic socio-cultural journey is akin to the linguistic development of the old Dravidian language. From the old Dravidian language, the other languages, including Malayalam, Tamil, Kannada, it's a generator from such language. And all such forces is applicable to the development of Kalaripayattu also. We can see examples in Sangha literature, and also some people attribute the origin of Kalaripayattu to Dhanurvedam. Dhanurvedam means archery. Archery is known as the prime thing of all. The archery is known as the best martial art. People says like this. So archery. So in Kerala there was knowledge centers like Shalai, with the Brahminic governors, Shalai. And in the Shalai, according to Dhanurvedam, the students were not only studied music, drama, and fine arts, but also archery, fighting techniques with the sword and shield, daggers, sticks, lances, and with fists and unarmed combat like that in Shalai. But there was another line of growth of this martial art from Sangagala. The Kalam, the Kalaripayattu means it is a combination of two words, Kalari and Payattu. Kalari has derived from Kalam, from Tamil. Kalam means a place, an arena where it is taught. And Payattu means all the activities in Kalaripayattu is known as Payattu. Everything is known as Payattu. Payattu means the Poil. From that word, root word was Poil. From that Poil, it came Poiluka means Payattuga, like that. It came. So there is it will be right to think that from the old Tamilian land, because Bodhidharma also belonged to Tanjavur, like that. But with this speciality of Kerala, that is geography and all other historic aspects, it is stylized here as the present form in a very specific manner. And for the syllabus is there for everything in any activity, the desired syllabus is there. So we can say that Kalaripayattu is the ancient. Now we can say it is Kalaripayattu is traditional martial art of Kerala because it is stylized here. Because in the British rule, the Kalaripayattu was banned because in those days the great hero Panashi Raja and heroes like Veluthambi Dalawa, their insurgent activities. Because of that, the British rulers have lost their sleep. So in 1804, in the year 1804, the collector of Malabar wrote to the then Madras governor William Bentinck, Lord William Bentinck, that in order to safeguard our interest of our colony, British colony interest, we have to make ban on keeping the locals from keeping weapons or weapon training and all. And William Bentinck, in the year 1804 April, he banned that the punishment of such training, weapon training or keeping weapon was banishment from the land. It was like that. But our great gurus of Malabar, actually, even after it went underground for more than a decade, no more than a century. But the great gurus of Malabar, they memorized all this art, especially all the words of command, what we call Vaitari, and they revived it in 1920, and afterwards they revived it. And the present Kalari form that we are witnessing is because of their contribution. Actually, my pranam to all such ancient Gurukuls who has arrived this Kalaripayattu, which underwent it went underground, and it was defunct or it was dormant for a long period because of the British ban on Kalaripayattu. And this Kalaripayattu, as I rightly say, all Dravidians in Karnataka, in Tamil Nadu, in all other states, the obedient states, there are art forms, martial art forms similar to Kalaripayattu. The Kuttuvarisi or Silambam, etc. from Tamil Nadu. Then this Garadis of Karnataka, their Khuda, and the Kuresamu, like that arts from Andhra Pradesh. And even in Sri Lanka, which was having very strong cultural relationship, Kerala, even in the Sri Lanka, there is even an item, they known as Angapora. Angapora means Angapuri. That means warfare, like that, Angapora. In Ceylon also, Sri Lanka also, the martial arts similar to Kalaripayattu is practiced now. And the Kalaripayattu, technically speaking, Kalaripayattu means self-defense and physical competence techniques, but the curriculum of Kalaripayattu has 4 major stages of teaching. 4 major stages of teaching. The first is as a means of self-defense and physical competence. This part of Kalaripayattu is known as Mei Payattu. Mei means physic, body. Payattu means any activity in the Kalaripayattu. I told. Though Mei Payattu means it is physical exercise. It is physical exercise. All this physical exercise has got set syllabus. For example, item 1 to 12 to 14, like that. And every movement, everything is controlled by the words of command or vaitari of master or gurukul. The teacher in the or master or actually he is termed as gurukul, or in some place it is ashan or panikar. Anything is means that gurukul means the master of Kalaripayattu. And one mentionable thing is that in Kalari it is the culture of Gurukula culture is continuing Kalaripayattu, in a sense that the relationship between the teacher and the student, I may say relationship between the guru and the disciple is such that the teacher is the embodiment of knowledge, loving compassion towards the student, which is reciprocated by the student or the disciple, the real disciple, with utmost respect, gratitude, love, and discipline. That is why every day before the starting of Kalari training and after retreating, the students touch the feet of, bow before the Guru and touch the feet of him. That is the remnant of that good old Gurukula discipline of Kalaripayattu. It is there. Also, when the duel is there, the opponents are starting to fight, they will be there, the salutation exercise like that. That is, they believed in Dharma Yuddha. Dharma Yuddha means only righteous, fair warfare only. That is it, Dharma Yuddha. That was the second point. And the third point is that the Gurukul or the master, he will be knowing all the techniques of the Kalaripayattu, all the 4 stages that I am going to describe here. And he will be knowing all the vital points. Vital points means marma points. And it is fatal, actually, vital points. If you are having a blow or some charging on that, it is fatal, actually, like that. He will be knowing. But only such Gurukul, such master, he knows the remedial measure or marigai of a kai means a charging, an action by the Gurukul on some particular marma or vital point. Suppose the opponent is fainted, he should know how he can be revived, because the opposite side, that opposite side of that marma, there will be a point which is counterbalancing this effect, and he should know that. Only such Gurukul is in our land is respected as Gurukul, not otherwise. If a Gurukul, he is a very strong, he can beat 10 or thousands of people. No, he is not respected as Gurukul. But only such masters who, perhaps, I should put it like this way, he should know the Rudra part and the Vaishnavic part of preservation. Then only he is respected as Gurukul. Because you will get, that's what I wanted to emphasize, this peculiar things about Kalaripayattu. And as I said, the first form is Meipayattu, that is the first stage of curriculum of Kalaripayattu, comprising of various sets of Meipayattu or physical exercises under the words of command of Gurukul. Here I should say, even not going for the other 3 stages, even one is well versed, even for the present stage, present people, present students and all. If one is going only the Meipayat itself, it will be very benevolent for his physical health, etheric health, emotional health, and mental health. And I should say, these may, for that in India, there is the Kundalini Tattva, the serpent power in your basic chakra, root chakra, and that is known as Muladhara. Then after Muladhara, there is Swadhisthana, the other chakra. Then Swadhisthana, there is Manipuragam, then Anahata, heart chakra, and Vishuddhi, then Ajna, then Sahasrara, the top. So you can see, you must have noticed in our Kalari, when Pramila madam was talking to Meenakshi Gurukul, in the background, at the corner of Kalari, there were 7 steps that we know Putara. The physical exercise starts after salutation exercise to Putara actually. That these 7 steps actually represents this Shadadhara and the Sahasrara, through which that really a spiritual aspirant or a yogic aspirant is attaining Sachidananda or Mukti, like that. Also, if Mayapayat is properly done, it will help to activate and brighten all these Shadadhara chakras. And a good Kalari student, it may help him to go to other path also, other spiritual path also. I should mention that I'm not only Kalari, but I am a Reiki master. I am an advanced healer in pranic healing and Arhatic yoga. And I know a bit of Vedic astrology. I know literature. I was gold medalist in 1984 Calicut University, first rank with private study. And I am the example, living example of how the Kalari education can activate all our energy centers, and we can be benefited like that. And next to Mayapayati is Koltari. Koltari means, Kol means stick. That is the fighting techniques with various sticks, rods, lathis. And there is a special Vattakol in the background of the collection of weapons displayed in Meenakshi Gurukul's Kalari. You must have witnessed that. So many weapons that there. Vattakol, it represents the elephant tusk. And it is believed that the ancient Gurukuls has formulated this art, this fighting technique, seeing the fighting between elephant and lion. So there are so many things to say like that. Kalari is really a total art. It has not only physical exercise, only the weapon training. I told it is a body, mind, spirit culture. It has its own medical system. The physical exercise, in this physical exercise, you can see how it is connected to yoga. Yogic posture like Chakrasana, Vajrasana, Bhujangasana, etc. You can see in this scheme of physical exercises, various physical exercises. It helps, as I said, it helps people, helps students to have a very good physical, etheric, emotional, and even mental body. And it helps him for his spiritual aspiration also by development of chakras. That is Mayapayati. Then, because each chakra has its own exercise, you know that. Each chakra has its own varna, it has devada, it has Buddha, everything. Like that, for activating each chakra, there are certain exercises. In the physical exercise, this Mayapayati portion of Kalaripayati comprises all such things, and every chakra, Shadadhara, including Sahasrara, will be activated. Even knowingly or unknowingly, this student will be undergoing such a very good state of affair. Then next to Mayapayati is physical exercise. Next to physical exercise comes to Koltari, sticks. And you have witnessed Meenakshi Amma fighting with a long stick with other guy. That comes under Koltari. That we call Kettigari or long lathi. There are so many sequences, defending method, offending method, so many counter-attacking method and all. That for lack of time, I can't explain like this. So anyway, that is the second stage, Koltari. Then comes, the third stage comes, study under Angatari. Angatari comprises of amazing fighting techniques using metallic weapons like sword and shield, daggers, and different kinds of spears, and the long flexible belt sword. Flexible sword, you must have witnessed it in film and all. That is called the Urumi. So all this study comes of the curriculum, comes under the segment Angatari. Then the fourth and final stage of Kalaripayati scheme of study is Verum Kai. Verum Kai means bare-handed. Verum Kai means bare-handed. That's why I mentioned that even the word karate also means bare hand or Verum Kai. And the researchers in this field of study They say, as I said, that the seeds of Kalaripayattu were taken by Buddhist priest Bodhidharma to China, which later spread to Far East countries. Also with transformation as other martial arts like karate and kung fu, along with Zen or Dhyan. It is akin to Dhyan. On undergoing these 4 level studies, a student's body becomes all eyes. His perception, he is very alert. His stimuli is very good. So that is why his body becomes all eyes, and he or she attains a strong body, nimble mind, stable stances, inexhaustible stamina, alertness and receptivity, and the ancient Gurukula type discipline and character formation under the master or Gurukul of the Kalari. In ancient Kerala, until the invention of gunpowder revolutionized warfare and the onset of British rule that banned Kalaripayattu, for a while this was part of the informal education, and boys as well as girls learned Kalaripayattu. We heard Meenakshi Amma saying that she joined Kalari at the age of 6. Learning Kalari. Our ballads, the northern ballads, depict heroic stories of such Kalari heroes as well as heroines like Tacholi Otayanan, Aroma Chekavar, and Unni Archa. This Aroma Chekavar and Unni Archa belongs to 14th century, and this Tacholi Otayanan belongs to 16th century, like that. Then secondly, apart from these physical aspects, Kalari has its own medical treatment system, especially for neuromuscular and skeletal disorders. This treatment make use of special preparations of medicinal herbs and oils akin to Ayurveda, and the Ulichil or massages of various types of medicinal oil also are part of this Kalari medical system. Then the third feature is that Kalaripayattu has influenced art and culture of the land. The influence of Kalaripayattu in shaping of many performing arts like Kathakali, Kudiyattam, and folk arts of Kerala like Kolkali, Tacholikali, and the stick dance, Purakali, Parijamuttikali, etc. are very glaring. Thus, Kalaripayattu combines not only the destructive or Rudra element, as I mentioned, but also the nurturing, nourishing, healing, and preservative part of Vishnu. Such a master who is well versed in all stages of self-defense techniques and also the healing and remedial techniques are respected as real guru or master, which makes Kalaripayattu an outstanding martial, medical, and spiritual art, which has a physiology and a cosmology in each of its activity. Thank you. Any questions you can ask if I have got permitted time, or I may conclude it here. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
If any questions are there, we will take it in the end, so that
okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Rajan sir, for that very exquisite exposition of what Kalaripayattu stands for, its evolution, its role in popular culture, and how a good practitioner of Kalaripayattu can in fact maintain order between his daily routine and also while having a strong physical self. Thank you for that very good exposition, which has in fact introduced us to all these issue areas. Now, moving further, of course, if there are questions, we will take it towards the end. I hope sir will remain with us for the duration of the program. Moving further, all of you must have heard of Iringal. Iringal has a very important place in the tourist map of India. Iringal is one place where every tourist who comes to Kerala would at least like to pay a visit. It is a wonderful place with so many things to offer on a wide variety of crafts. If you have to come to Kerala, please make it a point to visit Iringal. To introduce you to Iringal and also to share some of the salient features of Iringal, it is my proud privilege to welcome our Assistant Registrar, Dr. B. Praveen. And once Dr. Praveen has given his exposition on the subject matter, we will see a short video which will give you a virtual tour of Iringal and the wonderful array of natural beauty as well as artifacts that this place has to offer to any visitor. So, without wasting any further time, let us go to Mr. Praveen, who will be giving us a bird's eye view of what Iringal has to offer. Over to you, Mr. Praveen.
Thank you, sir. Good afternoon, sir, and good afternoon, everyone. Sir, am I audible? Hello.
You are audible. You are audible. Perfectly audible. Please go ahead.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Iringal is the birthplace of Tujali Marakat, who commanded the Zamorin's fleet and held the Portuguese vessels at bay for a long period. The birthplace of this valiant admiral on the southern banks of the Murad River is today preserved by the Department of Archaeology. The Iringal Crafts Village, established in the year 2011 in 20 acres of land at Iringal, is a production, training, cum marketing center of ethnic handicraft products of Kerala. Iringal, a pretty little village near Vatakara in Kozhikode, has a special place in the history of Kerala. We are inviting you to Iringal not to get amazed by the glorious past of this place, but to experience and enjoy the unrivaled skills of the traditional craftsmen of the state. Sargalaya, the Kerala Arts and Crafts Village at Iringal in Kerala, is an initiative of the Department of Tourism, Government of Kerala. It is an exclusive place where you can not only pick a product fashioned by the traditional artisans of Kerala, but also learn one or two lessons in the subtleties of craftsmaking. Conceptualized as a tourist destination, Sargalaya was developed and implemented on the reasonable, responsible tourism model, put on a sprawling 20 acres land on the shores of the Murad River at Iringal in Kozhikode. The crafts village has 60 stalls housed in beautiful cottages that are environment friendly and ethnic in design. The management of the crafts village is vested in the hands of Uralungal Labour Contract Cooperative Society. The crafts village has won several awards for promoting crafts as well as tourism in Kerala and the Malabar region in particular. The annual Crafts Expo, International Arts and Crafts Festival at Sargalaya, Kerala Arts and Crafts Village, Iringal, will be organized in December every year. The expo offers a unique experience for every visitor and participants. The festival is the best of its kind in India and makes the Crafts Village one of the most attractive tourist destinations in Kerala. Minister of Tourism, Mr. Kadakampalli Surendran, flagged off a week-long tour de Kerala Craft in December 2019 in collaboration with Vatakara riders. This cycling tour was organized as part of the International Arts and Crafts Festival at Sargalaya, Iringal, to create awareness about the indigenous handicraft products of Kerala. Now, over to you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Praveen, for that brief but very interesting observations on Iringal. I'm sure that has given a background for our viewers who will understand it much better when they see the video that we are going to present them with. Thank you, Mr. Praveen.
Thank you.
I hope that everyone has enjoyed that virtual tour of Iringal Craft Village. And I also hope that whenever you visit the southern part of the country, do make it a point to visit this wonderful place. There are great things to hold for each and every one of you. Now, moving further, cuisine is an integral part of culture. And as such, if you do not share the cuisine, one part of the country with another, I feel this national integration project will always remain incomplete. There are a number of food items of South India which have attained popularity in North India. उनमें से आप कहे तो सबसे ज़्यादा तो मसाला डोसा, इडली, इडियप्पम, ऐसे कई सारे चीज़ें हैं। लेकिन आज हम आपके सामने एक ऐसे पकवान के बारे में कहने जा रहे हैं जो मुझे लगता है जिसके बारे में ज़्यादातर लोग जानते होंगे, आपने खाया भी होगा, लेकिन आज हम बताएंगे कि इस पकवान को कैसे बनाया जाए। ये है बनाना चिप्स। बनाना चिप्स केरल का अपना एक अनोखा पकवान है जो आप कहीं भी किसी समय भी खा सकते हैं और साथ ही साथ एक ऐसी पकवान है जो आप साथ में कई सारे दिनों के लिए रख भी सकते हैं। कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं होती, ये खराब होने की नौबत नहीं आती कई दिनों तक और कोई विशेष स्टोरेज की जरूरत भी नहीं है। तो हम आज देखते हैं कि ये पकवान कैसे बनाई जाए। इसके लिए हमने एक छोटा सा वीडियो बनाया है, हमारे इनहोस वीडियो है। इसमें हमारे साथ जुड़े हुए मिस स्टेला नंदू और उनकी टीम ने हमें दिखाया है कि कैसे ये बहुत ही स्वादिष्ट पकवान बनाया जाए। तो बिना देरी के हम देखते हैं कि कैसे ये बनाना चिप्स बनाए जाए और मैं उम्मीद करता हूं कि एक बार आपको एक पता चल जाए कि बनाना चिप्स कितनी आसानी से बनाया जा सकता है। आप में से हर एक अपने घर में इसको बनाएं, ट्राई करें और बाद में हमें बताएं कि ये आपको कैसा लगा। तो लेट अस मूव फॉरवर्ड एंड सी हाउ वी कैन प्रिपेयर बनाना चिप्स।
See how banana chips is prepared. The ingredients required are 1. Raw banana 4 numbers and coconut oil 100 ml, salt, then turmeric powder. Take one of the banana, remove the skin like this using a knife with the help of our thumb. The peel will easily come if the banana is matured. Please soak the banana in water. Add salt and turmeric powder to the water. Salt and turmeric powder, adding salt, then turmeric powder. Keep it 15 minutes soaked in the salt and turmeric powder. Then cut the banana into pieces like this. take a kadai and pour fresh coconut oil. When the oil is heated, add the banana into the kadai. Meanwhile, we have to prepare salt solution in a small cup. Is heated. Then add the banana into the oil. When the banana becomes crispy, remove the chips from the oil. Here banana chips are ready. Super. Super.
Through this demonstration, I'm sure, I'm hopeful that most of you would have understood the intricacies in making banana chips. Do try it at home, and as I mentioned earlier, please let us know how you felt about this exquisite cuisine from Malabar region. So, but let me confess one thing: we couldn't actually make the video regarding Aravana because of the simple reason that there was a paucity of time, and hopefully, on some other occasion we can display how Aravana is made. It is also another dish which defines Kerala cuisine. So maybe in due course, one of these days we will be able to make a display of that as well. So that brings us to the close of what this day has in store from the side of RC Vatakara. Sir, Dimri sir, can I have your words on this?
No, it's all right. Thank you very much.
Yes.
We thoroughly enjoyed whatever, activities were performed. Even the lecture was very informative. Uh, uh, and we got, on that day, of course, we could see that the activities were going on, but how it was correlated with the, this all the other part of it. Say, for example, what are the even the treatment part of what also involved in this. So that way we thoroughly enjoyed the lecture, and of course the visit to that particular this art and craft center was also enjoyable. And finally, your this thing, how to make the banana, what you call this chips, and these are also being practiced in north also. The this is very common in north also. Maybe it has come from साउथ. तो उस हिसाब से भी हम लोगों ने काफी इंजॉय किया, एंड इट वाज रियली, आई थिंक you deputed your team to visit the places and then collect all these informations, and then they really worked hard to make this two days presentations regarding the exchange of culture from south to north. Very enjoyable, memorable, and learning for all of us, and for our participants also. हम सभी लोगों ने इसको बहुत enjoy किया है, and hopefully we are also working, and within a day or two, or maybe before the deadline, हम लोग भी अपने जो है एक्टिविटीज को परफॉर्म करेंगे, एंड देन वी विल शेयर विद द participants from of south of your region, as well as the from the north people will also, our learners will also participate. So it was really, enjoyable, and I would personally congratulate you and your team for taking such a pain and then making it, really, appreciable event. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you for those very kind words, sir. In fact, before we go into the vote of thanks, I think we can take one comment from one of the participants. I feel it's very relevant. It is from KP Ammukutti madam. Madam mentions that I think we should mention the legacy of Kalaripayat, which is seen in the game of volleyball. Kadthanad is well known for volleyball and has produced well-known players. This is a very interesting facet which has been mentioned by Ammukutti madam. Frankly speaking, this is a rather unknown aspect. In fact, I also could not think on those lines. But since this point has been made, yes, the dexterity that is imparted by Kalari training does give an impetus to volleyball players and the development of volleyball players as well. That's why maybe Kadthanad has a bright legacy of not only volleyball players but also footballers. Some of the best known footballers in the country come from Malabar region. So thank you for that input, madam. Now, finally, let me request my colleague, Dr. Pramila O, to deliver a formal vote of thanks. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for providing me a chance for proposing vote of thanks in this proud occasion. As you all know, we RC Vatakara conducted our programs in connection with Ek Bharat Sreshta Bharat in 2 sessions. That is on 4th March and second program on today, that is 8th March. We have covered all the 4 programs mentioned in the guidelines provided by headquarters. We are eagerly waiting for the programs to be conducted by our partner Regional Center at RC Chandigarh to experience the culture and heritage at your region center. Back to my responsibility to propose vote of thanks. On this proud moment, I extend a deep sense of gratitude to the Regional Director of RC Vatakara, Dr. M. Rajesh, for the coordination and hard work he had done to make this program a grand success. We express our heartfelt thanks to Dr. Anil Kumar Dimri, the RC of Chandigarh, for his active participation, support, and encouraging words. We express our sincere thanks to Meenakshi Gurikal, the Padma Shri awardee, for the interaction with us in the midst of her tight schedule. Also, I express our gratitude to Mr. K.V. Rajan for presenting a report on Kalaripayat. We have been blessed to have the services of Mr. Rajesh, the General Manager of Iringal Craft Village, from who helped us to present the virtual tour. Let me mention the name of Mr. Sumesh, Mrs. Stella, and all other staff at RC Vatakara participated in the preparation of banana chips, and to Neetu for her invitation. We are also grateful to the ARD of Chandigarh, Dr. Savita Panwar, AR of RC Vatakara, Dr. Praveen Kumara, all the participants, including the coordinator, part-time staff, academic and students of Vatakara Cooperative College, and all other study centers in RC Vatakara and RC Chandigarh, and the general public who actively participated in this program. Thank you all, and over to Dr. Rajesh, RD, RC Vatakara.
Thank you, madam. Thank you for that brief but very effective vote of thanks. In fact, the whole team from RC Vatakara has worked very, very hard for making these creations. Much of the display items that we had put forth in the form of videos were produced in-house, and a lot of effort had in fact been taken by our officials and staff members. I thank each and every one of you for your effort. I also thank the active cooperation and guidance received from time to time from our colleagues at RC Chandigarh, especially the Senior Regional Director, Dr. Anil Kumar Dimri, and Dr. Savita Panwa. And it was in fact a pleasure and also a learning experience doing this activity with RC Chandigarh. Definitely, we look forward to the activities which will be convened from RC Chandigarh in a short while from now, maybe in a couple of days' time or so. And we shall also intimate all our learners as far as possible to tune in to those sessions as well. So thank you, one and all. It has been great interacting with all of you over this platform. So with your kind permission, shall we call it a day?
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, we will call it a day. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Okay.